Honda まあ行ってみようか。Honda Acty, show by Hanjo.
My name is Wyatt and I love K-cars. This is everything I know about the Honda Acty.
Oh yeah. どれどれあらあら何ラクラクくるくる4輪駆動。4クマチック新登場。Honda まあな。
Honda Acty includes different models of trucks and vans made by Honda in Japan. The Acty part of Honda Acty means activity, and it's made for people that do lots of different activities. The first Acty was released in 1977 and it made a staggering 27 horsepower. It was really cute. It looked like it was designed by Studio Ghibli and should have been in a cartoon. It was exported to Australia for a second, but wasn't sold in Sydney because Honda didn't think it was powerful enough to get up the hills. These days, we typically deal with Honda Actys from the 80s and 90s, importing them to the US. The Honda Acty is available in two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive with automatic or manual transmissions. The Honda Acty truck has several variations that came in white and blue. The lower models like the SDX had plastic seats, no speakers, no clock, and no tack. Higher models like the Town included tweed seats, AC, clocks, and a tachometer. There were even a couple off-road specific trucks. Honda Acty Attack models came with ultra-low crawling gears and had rear differential locks. The Attacks are pretty popular amongst off-roaders and are getting harder to find. Honda also went out of the way to make the sickest off-road car ever made in Japan. I'm talking about the Honda Acty Crawler. The Crawler had 6 wheels and removable tracks over the rear too, making it easy to get across mud, snow, sand, and ice. Interestingly enough, the middle wheels in the Crawler weren't powered, so it was a 4x6 instead of a 6x6. Don't get your hopes up too much though. Less than 500 were made and finding one is pretty much impossible. If I could have any car from Japan, it would definitely be the Honda Acty Crawler. If you think Honda liked trucks, wait till you hear about the van. It came in the Acty, the Street G, the Street V, the Street Raccoon, the Street Fox, and the Street XI. They went out of their way making tons of different variations of the Acty van. They shared design elements with the trucks and shared the same engine. There's tons of parts that cross over, and anything you're finding about Honda Acty trucks usually applies to the vans. Think about the difference between a Toyota Tacoma and a Toyota 4Runner, and that's the difference between a Honda Acty truck and a Honda Acty van. Each model was pretty much the same with just 1 or 2 upgrades, things like speakers, nicer seats, AC, all that fun stuff. The most common setup for a Honda Acty is a 2 or 4-wheel drive 5-speed manual. The automatic transmission is pretty rare and was only offered in 2-wheel drive models. I've owned and sold several Honda Actys over the years, so let's go take a look at the one I have in my driveway. This is my 1996 Honda Street Van. Let's take a look. So I'm 6'4", and when I get inside, there is tons of headroom. This thing has more headroom than even my 4Runner has. The seat adjusts forward and back, really far forward if you're short, and all the way back if you're tall. And it also reclines pretty good. It even goes down into a bed, which we'll show you in a second. Let's turn this guy on. This one has 93,000 kilometers on it. It's pretty standard for them to have less than 100,000 K. It's fuel injected, 4-wheel drive, and a manual. This one has AC and a radio, but it doesn't have a clock. This van seats 4 people, and the seats in the back fold flat. So if you want to carry more stuff, you can fold it all the way flat, and then you have actually 7 feet from the back of the seat to the back of the door back there. If you're getting really sleepy, you can lift this back up, and it actually lays all the way flat, turning this into a bed. Scoot the seat forward, drop it down, take the headrest off, and you have a really uncomfortable bed. Better than the Ritz. The gas tank is under your seat and gives you about 35 miles per gallon. If you come around to the back of the car, it's best not to confuse that with the oil fill, which looks an awfully lot like a gas cap. This car has its engine in the back, kind of like a Porsche. So the engine is just in here, under that compartment right there. 2-wheel drive Actys have a top speed of about 71 miles an hour. Sadly, the 4-wheel drive ones will only go 65. Luckily, there's a lot of ways you can squeeze out every last bit of horsepower in this tiny engine. If you get the carbureted version, make sure it's adjusted for the altitude that you live at. Performance exhaust actually makes a difference. Ditch the air filter cover for max flow. Get rid of that stock air filter for something better. Get bigger rims. 14 inches will fit without a lift. Turn the AC off. There's tons of aftermarket support for the Acties. There's cup holders, tachometers, struts, lift kits, stickers, seat covers, performance exhaust, shift pushing kits, Bluetooth head units, speakers, shift boots, floor mats. This allows you to customize your Acty however you'd like. A little cringe. So you're getting a car from the 90s from another country. Your mom comes up to you and says, hey, how are you gonna fix it? One of the reasons I love Acties so much is because of their parts availability. They share parts with 80s and 90s Civics and Accords. So you can go down to O'Reilly or Napa and get 90% of what you need there. Anything that you can't find there can be shipped from Japan in about a week. Plus, with the English translation of the service manual, just about any shop with this manual can work on it. Overall, the Honda Acty is a great car, and it's easy to see why it's gaining popularity in the States. I have loved the Acties that I've owned. We almost always have an Acty truck or an Acty van in stock, so if you're in the Mountain West or really anywhere in the US, check us out at fujiadventurevehicles.com. We're going to do some more info videos on other Japanese cars, so if you have one that you're interested in, let us know below. Peace.